Greetings and welcome to today's yoga and mobility flow for your low back pain. Let's alleviate any tension or strain by doing this gentle flow. Starting off by windshield wiper swishes on your stomach. We're just loosening everything up before we then slide our left knee out to the side at a 90-degree angle. Begin to now press your palms into the mat, lift your chest a total of 3 times. Inhaling as you lift and exhaling to lower your stomach back to your mat. Then begin to draw your right arm under and your left arm across your body for a reclined supine twist as we open our chest by reaching our arm over and across. Once you've finished this, you're moving into a reclined half pigeon stretch where you'll draw your left shin in close and begin to rock side to side. As you finish this off, you'll then begin to lift your left heel to the ceiling and your right heel to your mat, lifting and lowering your left leg a total of 3 times, and then moving into a full body stretch. From here, begin to rise up into seated position with your ankles crossed and begin to do your full body circles here, clockwise and counterclockwise. Then setting up for 90-90s, you're going to bring your left shin forward, right heel back as you lift and lower your chest over your left shin. On the third time, take a moment to pause, breathe, and then adjust into full half pigeon pose with your right leg extended straight behind you. Exhaling and inhaling as you rise and lower a total of 3 times. Moving then into seated head to knee position. You're going to reach your arm over your ear and then extend the right arm back over. You're doing this a total of 3 times, opening up your side body as well as getting a stretch into your left hip and your right hamstring. Then into gate pose, pushing your hips forward as you reach your arm over your ear and come back into seated windshield wipers. Notice that each time you drop the knees, you'll feel that stretch deep into the front of your pelvis and hip flexors. Then lowering back onto your stomach, we'll begin on the other side, starting with our windshield wiper swishes, opening up the low back, and then gently sliding your right leg out to the side for half frog pose, lowering and lifting your chest a total of 3 times. Slide your left arm to your mat, reach your right arm back, and you continue to open your chest each time you lower and lift your top arm. Breathe out and then move into your reclined half pigeon stretch, drawing your fingers to lace above your left knee. I personally love to do the rock side to side as that gets more into my outer hips. From here, the right leg lowers and lifts a total of 3 times before moving into a full body stretch. Rising up, ankles crossed, fingers lace right behind your head, and begin to lean over to the left and then right 2 more times. From here, you're going to draw your 90 degrees in both legs as you lift and lower a total of 3 times. Once again, getting into the low back as well as into your hips before transitioning into your full half pigeon pose. If lowering and lifting doesn't feel as comfortable for you, feel free to stay upright or down on your forearms. Once your right heel moves to the inside of your left leg, stretch your right arm over and then extend the left arm. You're doing this action a total of 3 times. And then moving into gate pose as you press your right palm to your mat and lift and elevate your hips forward. Coming back down to seated, ankles are straight ahead. Feel free to reach for your feet, your toes as you go into a deep forward fold. Once your shins cross, you're going to lift up and get ready for camel pose, pressing your palms to support along your low back as your heart lifts towards the ceiling. Coming back down now onto your shins for a modified puppy pose or heart pose. Each time your forearm drops, the opposite arm straightens to the top of your mat. This is targeting, obviously, your arms, your shoulders, as well as your back. Breathing in and out each time you switch arms. You're now going to make your way onto your back, grabbing a block. If you don't want to use a block, feel free to place a towel underneath your low spine. Readjust. Allow for your heels to then extend towards the ceiling with one hand to your heart and the other to your low belly. Beautiful, mindful breaths here, breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Concluding the sequence in this posture offers some much needed release to your low back. You'll then remove your block, come up to seated with your ankles crossed. Take a moment to breathe in fully. Namaste.